guys, I'm here. We'll be doing a completion of the Numbers of Justice, Case 2, Episode 6, Investigation. So, yeah, I'm not wearing that red shirt, or color, what the hell that was. I don't even know what it's even called. Which is, I guess, fancy coat things. But yeah, it's just too hot to wear that around it because it's nearly wintertime in the desert. Good lord, it's already in the 20s out here, but it feels like it's in the 40s when the sun's out. Desert temperatures are weird compared to look by the coast where if it's 20 and it's cold, when it's 20 degrees by the coast, it's way colder than that. Or it feels way colder. You're freezing your lungs out, you're freezing your body up, and yeah, you look like something from a horror movie.
You want to come home?
No.
You want to just sit here a little more and be frozen?
Yeah.
But anyway, let's finish this one up. And I'm gonna be doing a reaction to another video. That's not gonna be Elements of Justice. It's gonna be one of those Three Stooges I was asked to react to. But then I'll go back to these afterwards. So, without further ado, let's do this. Alright, February on Equestria. That looks like it's still in the summertime.
Oh, there you guys are. Was Sakura able to help you out?
More or
It
less.
was, so long as we were able to question Sweetie Belle.
What about you guys? Were you able to find anything additional while at the statue?
We were. It's strange. The investigation team somehow missed this before, but between the three of us, we were able to catch something.
Oh?
Your eyes must be rather special. Both of you.
Now, when you say special...
Aw, thanks, Sonata.
Anyway,
I tend to
here's what we were able to
can't find things even if it's right in
We
front of me.
took this picture in the forest between the statue and
Good
Clear.
lord, that wolf was having fun with that pony.
Whoa. What's with all these red lines on some of the trees?
That wolf
Are-
was,
Are they bloodstains?
yeah, that wolf was probably just
That's what
ripping
we
the
thought,
guts
too.
out of that thing.
They only wrap around half of each tree. Like someone has splashed them haphazardly.
Look,
Yeah,
you
so
can see how those rings have lines dripping down.
And they all face towards the statue area.
someone painted it.
Did you find anything else while you were there?
No, just this. It's
Well,
intriguing.
most
but-
carnivores don't go
We're not sure what this means, to be
gore
honest.
fest. They just
But it might be
gorge
important
everything
later
and make
on.
it kind of clean.
Thank you for letting us know then.
Reminds me of Balto when they were parking the trees.
Well,
That's an
in
old
that case,
cartoon
we
movie.
better head inside.
Mom, I know what I want, and I know how I'm gonna do
Do
it.
they just like any kids
That
charge
may
in?
be so, but all I'm asking is
You're asking me to give up on my dreams of becoming a royal guard.
that is not at all what I am saying, Turning Page.
Isn't this a conversation you should be having at home?
Miss Sykes, Princess Twilight, every pony. What are you doing here?
We're here to see Sweetie Belle. What about you?
We
came to visit Sweetie Belle and Sugar Stamp. We were just leaving.
Yeah, once you find that sugar stamp
I
cheetah
know
on your
probably isn't
husband, or
my
was with your
business,
husband, but you're probably gonna want
what
to kill
were
her.
you two arguing about?
I'm very curious, you see.
Not now, Widget.
Mom says
He
I can't
finally
be the
spoke
royal
up.
guard when I'm older.
No, that's not what I... Turning Page, if ever you are going to listen to me, let this be the time.
He's a kid. Kids don't listen to anybody.
I have nothing
Then they grow up to be
against you wanting to
teenagers
join
who
the Royal
also
Guard.
don't listen to anybody.
In fact,
so
I
good
find
luck
it
with
a
that.
noble pursuit, the same one your father followed when he was younger. If you have a dream, you should go for it, no matter what any pony else says. Not
I
even
never
me.
had dreams.
If that is what you
I
truly
mean,
want,
I used to as a kid,
then I
but they
want
were
that from you too.
shattered by everybody I met. All my teachers, my family, yeah.
But that shouldn't mean becoming so narrow-minded, so focused on this one goal, that you forget about the importance of other things too. Going to school and getting an education is important.
Yep.
Your father had to study for
Until
all
high
kinds
school.
of
High school is
exams
kind of
before he
pointless,
could
but you have
even
no
become
choice
a
but to do it.
cadet. I understand you dislike school.
Nobody
But
likes
writing
school.
it off immediately without
If
giving
you
it
do
any
like school, there's
consideration,
something seriously wrong with you.
that will hurt your chances of getting into the Royal Guard. I'm not asking you to like school or even ace all of your quizzes, but I am asking that you don't forego your education.
All parents want
Can you
kids to
do
have
that?
straight A's.
If not for me,
It's like,
then
stop
for your
expecting your
father?
kid when they get perfect grades. They want a life too.
Okay, Mom. I'll give school a shot then. For Dad. And for you.
Yeah, plus at least she wants to babysit
Thank
you
you,
throughout
Tony.
your life.
I'm sorry you had to hear all that.
School technically is
Now, we'll get out of your hair.
a daycare.
I'm sure Sweetie Belle needs you.
Actually, Miss Devotion, there's something I'd like to ask you.
This is gonna be uncomfortable.
Wait, Athena, is this really the time for...
I suppose I can spare a few moments. What would you like to ask?
Yeah, she's gonna find out her French banged her husband.
Talk about awkward timing, but I can't just let this go. Something about the whole thing seems fishy.
I even thought they
Earlier
would just
today,
blurt it out.
We met with
just to
Private
see
Eye
what
and
would
asked about
happen.
the travel case that you'd given him and his team for
I am
examination.
not the best at
He showed us what was inside, and, well...
Some of the contents are of curious note.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
There was a letter
Let's
addressed to
let
her
this
husband
burn.
from Sugar Stamp. She expressed fondness for him. Extreme fondness.
What? That doesn't sound like Miss Sugar Stamp at all.
I believe I understand. But you must have misinterpreted what Sugar Stamp was saying.
But the letter...
Her relationship with my husband was purely platonic, nothing more. I would expect as much, given that royal order comforted her after her husband's death. Now, I hate to rush off, but we have overstayed. And you still have to talk to Sweetie Belle, don't you? In which case, we'll get going. Come along, Turning.
She's gonna
Okay.
crack so badly
Bye, everybody.
when she finally accepts the
It was
truth.
nice to see you all again.
She took that rather well, if I'm being honest. I would have expected her to be a bit more upset.
It's definitely strange. Maybe she really believes that Sugar Stamp and Royal Order weren't together.
You're so naive.
Maybe.
But then everybody's a little
Does
naive.
she? I think Farah knows more about this relationship than she's letting on. Her voice didn't even carry the tiniest hint of surprise when I brought it up. Still, she's right about one thing. We do have to talk to Sweetie Belle. Let's
Alright,
go.
then let's get to it. Okay. Huh. Nice little trinket.
It's a magic nullifier. They must have given it to
In
Sweetie
G5,
Belle so
they
she
just
can't
print a
learn the word.
little
A
ball on the head.
I don't remember Turning having one.
He must have. It was probably hidden by his mane.
I guess. Actually, come to think of
He
it,
kind of looks like that evil medallion.
so that's what that was. Hey, Sweetie Belle.
Sweetie Belle?
Yeah, she's not too
Are you
happy.
okay? I guess.
She's totally out of it. I can't blame her, though. But I really need her to open up a bit. How can I get her to start talking? You know, Sweetie Belle, earlier today we went and visited Scootaloo.
You did? Oh, that's nice. How is she?
She's, well...
As well as any
concerned
chicken will
about
be.
you.
She is? Oh, you don't have to lie, Athena. I bet she really hates me right now.
But she doesn't. She really is worried. Worried about what'll happen to you.
We also talked to Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon too. Even
I still
they
don't
were
understand
shocked
with all
that
these
we'd been
trials, they
arrested.
never just spill the beans on
Even
everything.
Silver Spoon? I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah. And both Silver Spoon
He's like, yeah, I
and
think
Scootaloo
Sweetie
asked us
Belle
if
was
we
just
had
at the
one.
wrong place at the wrong time.
Alright, that's a start. At least she's
Because that's
opening
kind of
up
what
a little.
happens in every single
I
trial,
want to
all
help you,
these.
Sweetie Belle. That's why I'd like to ask if you'd have me defend you in court tomorrow. Rarity already gave us permission, but I wanted to ask you too. But In order for me to defend you properly, we'd like to ask you a few questions.
Do you have to? The guards have been questioning me all day. Now I know how Scootaloo felt.
We know, Sweetie Belle, but please.
Okay.
I guess because they don't want to get into trouble, that's probably why they keep
best to
secrets.
answer your questions.
Boss, you want to handle this?
Yeah, I'll take it from here, Athena. Sweetie Belle, do you mind telling us what you were doing 2 nights ago? Take that!
A lot of secrets. 4 secrets. Or 4
There's no point in denying it.
chains have to break.
We know you were in the forest on the night of the murder. The analysis of the blood found
Are
in
they all going to break
confirmed as such.
in this episode or not?
We also know, based on the events of today's trial, that Royal Order was also there. His blood was mixed with some of yours. The question is, why was your blood spilled at that scene?
I really don't know, Mr. Wright. Maybe it was a mistake?
It definitely wasn't a mistake, Sweetie Belle. Our friend Sonata can confirm that, since she conducted the test herself along with Private Eye. But more than that, I think I have an idea as to why your blood was found at the scene.
You do?
She silenced him.
I don't think you're the killer, so I doubt the victim was the one to draw your blood. Instead, I believe you lost some blood thanks to... Take that! I don't suppose you recognize this.
Yeah?
3D Timberwolf.
It's a Timberwolf.
I see that you realize what this means. That night wasn't
In
her.
World of Warcraft, you can actually shapeshift into one of those
It
things.
was also her
They're actually
because
kinda cool.
it was the hunting season for Timberwolves. When you arrived at the statue, you came across the hunting party that had made off with Royal Order's body. They must have attacked you, and that's how your blood was spilled.
But that's just a guess. Being an expert doesn't make you perfect. There's always a chance a mistake could have been made with the blood analysis.
Then tell the goddamn
She's
truth.
still sticking with this, huh? And the psych lock hasn't even broken. She must generally want all of this to have been some sort of mistake. Anything to get out of here, I guess.
Besides, wasn't it said that Timberwolves leave absolutely no traces of their prey? If I was attacked by them, I'd have to be the luckiest filly on the planet to still be alive right now.
Or she cut herself on a
I'd
statue.
say you were lucky, yes, but not in the way you're implying.
Huh?
I believe you did something to scare them away, allowing you a chance to flee. And what you did involved this piece of evidence. Take that! Private Eye discovered this helmet at Froggy Bottom Bog. It belonged to Royal Order. While the rest of the armor hasn't been found, it's likely that at one point this helmet was a part of the complete set. Royal Order was most likely
She
wearing
doesn't
his full
seem to
suit that night, since he had
understand.
only just arrived home from Counterlot and didn't have time to change out of it. He must have died wearing it too, and the killer threw all of it into the river, where it came to rest in the bog.
But if the armor was found at Froggy Bottom Bog, what does it have to do with me? You're saying I was at the statue, right?
It's true, at first glance. The fact that the armor was found at the bog doesn't seem connected to the incident at the statue.
Alright.
However, that assumption falls apart once we take into account that there wasn't just one Royal Order that night. There were 2.
The phone!
Exactly. On the night of the murder, there were 2 Royal Orders out looking for their son. One of them went to the forest clearing, and the other headed to the statue. Prior to that, both had been at the mirror pool, where one was created
The real
from the
question is
original.
how their bodies get
Here's
all
the
the way
sticking
to
point. Royal
to
Order
by
cloned
the
himself without having a
Council
chance
Two
to change
Sisters.
out of his armor means that the clone was also armored.
I guess you can clone the armor?
No!
Royal Order must have been killed before you arrived.
If
That
you can clone
commotion
the armor,
would have attracted Timberwolves
what's
to
the whole
the
point
area,
of blacksmiths?
and the blood would have made them stay. When you got there, the Timberwolves were still around. However, the armored corpse of Royal Order was also still there. We learned from Apple Bloom earlier today that Timberwolves can be frightened by the sound of a loud clang. You must have used those pieces of armor together to make a loud enough noise which would have scared the wolves away. They scratched you, but that's all
I
they
thought
could
she
do
had like a
before you
drum
managed to
or
frighten them
one of those
off.
pots pants with her.
That's how you managed to escape with your life.
There we go. One gone.
3 more. She's tough. I'll give her that.
You're still forgetting one thing, Mr. Wright.
Oh? And what would that be?
How about the fact that I don't have any kind of injury? Huh? You saw how much blood was there. No way that came from a tiny scratch. Whoever was bleeding must have gotten cut pretty deep. A wound like that would take a long time to heal. If
You probably got scratched by the cat when you teleported out.
Me, then I can't have gotten hurt in the first place.
The blood alone proves you were injured, but you're clearly not accepting that. I see that I have to prove it a different way. Alright, Sweetie Belle. I'll admit
where's
that you
her
don't have
injury,
any
then?
visible wounds present on you at the moment.
See?
However, that doesn't mean that you weren't injured. It just means that you must have used something to heal that injury.
The
And
potion.
I know what that something is. Take that! You recognize this, don't you, Sweetie Belle?
That's...
This was one of Zecora's healing potions. It's a somewhat powerful one, capable of healing all kinds of wounds. The thing is,
Yeah, we humans
Zecora
don't have
told
any of
us that it had recently gone missing.
missing?
Specifically, it had gone missing sometime between when Zecora went after Scootaloo and Turning, and when she was able to return to her hut today, after the trial. So it's like some pony in that time frame snuck into her house while she was gone and stole it.
Yep.
And that pony was you, Sweetie Belle.
Too good.
But there wasn't any blood found on Zecora's, was there?
Blood? No, we didn't find any.
Then there you go! If
Why
I
are
was
you holding
bleeding that
the
night,
secrets
then there
back?
should be blood somewhere in her house or on the path to it. If I was as injured like you say and needed some kind of
I
healing
mean, don't you
potion,
need them
then
to help
how
you
could I have made it to
prove your
Zecora's
innocence?
without leaving a blood trail?
Easily, thanks to this. Take that! We found this the other day in the trash at Carousel Boutique. As you can see, it's an odd collection of leaves, vines, and
Yeah,
branches.
I thought you used
I
that.
recall saying that this
to
isn't
bang
the kind of
against something.
stuff Rarity would have lying around. And it probably isn't anything you'd collect either. But thanks to Zecora, I just put together what it could be used for.
A stilt for her legs or something?
If you use the debris like this, you
Eh?
can create a crude makeshift tourniquet. Perfect for stopping
what?
yourself from bleeding all over the place.
Ah,
I should also mention that we found blood on this debris. If we were to test it, will we find that it's yours?
alrighty
But
then.
aren't tourniquets supposed to be used on limbs? You don't know?
It's your right foreleg.
No!
Yep,
Apollo
you keep
here
scratching
noticed
it.
that you always seem to touch it when you become agitated. Could it be because that's where you were injured?
You can't prove anything!
I believe I can. All I need to do is see what's under the fur on your leg. I'll bet you anything it's a large patch of healed skin.
No! Wait,
You mean
It's
hide?
time to come clean, Sweetie Belle. The blood test wasn't a mistake. You were injured by those Timberwolves, bled at the Nightmare Night statue, and then fashioned a tourniquet using items taken from the forest. From there, you headed to Zecora's hut, believing that there was something in
Why
there you
keep
could
this
use
a
to heal your
secret?
wound. And that was what happened to you in the forest that night.
Break. Break. Why so dramatic about it? It's very unlike her.
I've almost forgotten what that's like, having my secrets exposed.
But now they're out there, and the truth has been revealed. Isn't that right,
Now,
sweetie?
tell us what the heck happened.
Yeah. Everything you said is true.
Then why keep it a damn
Everything?
secret?
So, you were in the forest, and you were attacked, and used Royal Order's armor to scare the wolves away? But doesn't that mean you saw whatever killed Royal Order at the statue?
And
Well,
besides that, there are two other things we need to know. Sweetie Belle, why were you in the forest in the first place?
yeah.
And what were you doing at the statue?
Sweetie Belle,
Don't
it's
secrets, come
important
on.
that you don't lie to us. If we are going to defend you tomorrow, we need to know everything that happened that night. Even if it's painful to remember.
I'm sorry, every pony, but I think I want to be alone for a bit.
What? But we haven't finished asking all of our questions.
The guard will be back any minute now to tell you visiting hours are over. He'll be ruder about
You're
it
kind
too.
of stupid, aren't you?
Okay, fair enough. But even so...
And all right, fine! I accept your offer to defend me, Miss Sykes. I'll be your client.
Really? I mean, that's good to hear.
And because I'm your client, that means you have to listen to what I want, right? And right now, I want to be left alone!
Well, she probably saw a gory sight, and for a kid, that's probably traumatizing.
Is this all I really can do?
As for our adult,
Even
we're
after
kind
we
of
got
used to
rid of the
seeing
locks,
horrifying
she's
stuff.
still keeping quiet? Why?
Well, some people are.
All right, Sweetie Belle. We'll leave you alone for now. We'll see you tomorrow in court.
But, Athena...
Come on, guys. Let's get going.
Now we need to figure out why she was there and all that fun stuff. At least we know, like I said, I knew she was innocent. I mean, come on, she has to be innocent.
Hey, guys. We're back.
Yeah.
Howdy, y'all.
Whoa. You guys seem tired.
Oh, they don't have the
Especially you, Athena. You're
table
usually
back
full
there.
of energy.
They haven't met Starlight yet.
I don't think any pony was expecting an investigation like that after today's trial.
That crazy, huh?
Understatement of the year.
Twilight! My sister! How is she?
She's fine, Rarity.
She's just being a
We were
pain.
able to get as much as we could from her about what happened on the night of the murder.
That's great! Awesome!
Not much.
Splendid! I'm sure you'll do a fantastic job defending Sweetie tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure will.
What about... Wait a minute!
What's the matter?
Why is she here?
It's a pleasure to meet every pony.
Oh,
My name is
yeah, she
Sonata.
was trying to blame Rainbow in her first case.
You're Sonata?
Yes. I see that may be a problem.
Oh, forgive me, darling.
Oh, yeah, she was
We've
blackmailing
never been
Rainbow.
formally
whatnot.
introduced. I had it in my mind that you were a particularly malignant character. But you've been so helpful lately. What? Helpful? Her?
Rainbow, she's been helping us investigate.
My blank! It's true, though. She's been really helpful. She has. From what I understand, you volunteered first to help Scootaloo. Oh, and now, you've been helping us save Sweetie Belle. You certainly have my gratitude for that alone, Sonata.
Yeah, but Rarity, you're the detective.
It's the least I could do.
So you trust her, Rarity?
I do. I do too, sis. I've seen Miss Sonata in action. She really wants to help us.
And Rarity wants to help
You
her
know,
out, throw
Sonata,
a fist to her
back
face.
when you got
Or
Rainbow
up the
tied up
face.
in your mess a year ago, I was mighty peeved about what you did. I don't take kindly to those who hurt my friends, let alone blame them for murder.
As you shouldn't.
Yeah.
But, well, I'd be lying if I said I wanted to hold on to this grudge forever. Rarity and Applebloom say you're helping us now. If that's true, I gotta ask, why?
Redemption.
Because of Mr. Wright.
You mean Phoenix? What's he gotta do with this?
Back then, during the trial, I said I didn't have any pony to protect. But then Mr. Wright asked to protect me instead. Protect me from falling deeper into a horrendous lie. I see now that that's an important thing, uncovering the truth to protect it.
Yep.
So many ponies lie because they were afraid of it. I used to be.
So I
But
wonder,
Mr.
maybe
Wright
I
told
should
me
use
I
my
shouldn't.
pony OC next time.
And now I want to
Because
show
I
others
really
that they don't
emote
have to fear
much
the
in
truth.
these.
That, in fact, they
I
should
made one
pursue
on
it.
a pony app
Because in the end, the truth will help them.
on my phone.
That That's why I want
The
to
only
help.
CfaT
Because
free
I can.
pony maker I
And
know.
because I should.
I also made a wolf one.
Well, maybe you're not so bad after all, Sonata. Every pony else seems to think you're trustworthy. And it seems like you're working out the mistakes from your past. I'd say that's good enough for me to trust you.
What? You guys seriously believe her? There's no way she'd help us!
I am right here, you know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Rainbow! Come on, can't you see she's trying to atone for what she did?
Let's just calm down, okay? No need to start getting nasty, right?
Yeah.
I'm not here for an argument, Miss Dash. I want to help. As much as I wish I could, I can't undo what I've done. All I can do is simply repent for my actions by helping those in need of it. I understand if you can't forgive me. But please, at least believe me when I say that I'm not the same mayor I once was.
I don't have to believe a word you say, and I never will! Come on, Squirt, let's go! But
Why
you're
does
buying this too?
Scootaloo have to go with
A
you?
liar, kid! And a criminal! She's the one who set me up last time!
She has changed. Just
I
saying.
know what happened, yeah. But I believe her. She
But
offered
then
to
I'm
defend
holding a
me,
grudge
and
against
now
someone
she's
too.
helping us
I'm
fight
probably
for
holding
Sweetie
on
Belle
to-
too.
Been holding
So
on to that
please,
since my early
trust her.
teens.
Please, Rainbow Dash?
I'll probably never let it go.
Rainbow?
The rest of you might have fallen for her lies, but I won't! So I'll catch you guys later, when you've ditched her!
Yeah, you better run. Turned around, ran back over to him, grabbed him by the hair, and then started slamming his head into the wall over and over. And then he just walked off like nothing.
I thought I had anger problems. Definitely in my teens, I did.
That couldn't have gone any worse.
So much anger and a twinge of sadness. Because nobody shares the same feelings as her, I wonder?
It may have been better had I simply not accompanied you all here.
No, it's not your fault, Sonata. She just needs time.
Well,
to forgive,
50-50.
I mean.
Is every pony okay?
Hey, Fluttershy.
It's shy.
Yeah, we're alright, thanks.
It's just...
Where's your brother?
We saw Rainbow Dash flying away.
You're lazy good
She
for
was
nothing,
very
brother.
mad.
She looks like she was going to explode. And not in a happy, I'm so excited way.
Yeah, we know, gals.
Where have you two been, by the way? You disappeared right after the trial, Fluttershy. And Pinky, we haven't seen you since yesterday. And you both look exhausted, which is saying a lot for you, Pinky.
Yeah, she ingests nothing but sugar.
You know how it is, Twy. Every pony's busy these days.
That doesn't answer my question, though.
Not everything.
Anyway, how about a glass of juice for 'em? They look parched.
How about orange juice?
Yes, I could do with a drink myself, darling. If it's not too much trouble, of course.
No, it's fine. Just give me a minute.
Alright.
Athena,
Yeah, Twilight?
why don't we fill every pony in on where we're at with the investigation?
Right.
It still feels like
Rather
they're
than
talking to
lingering on
us
what
and not
just
each other.
happened, I guess. So, we know a lot more about the victim, as well as several other relevant ponies involved in this case. Royal Order, Fair Devotion, Sugar Stamp. I think I finally have a handle on all of them now.
That's great!
I just find it weird how the
Just
names
what
are
I'd
like that.
expect from a lawyer who can save 2 ponies at
I'm just
once.
used to human names.
But
But then all our
I
names mean
don't
something.
know what to think of Sweetie Belle.
Huh?
What do you mean, Miss Sykes?
I just don't know what to do. I'm not convinced that I can even trust her after everything that's happened.
Well, why not? I mean, yeah, she's been fibbing a bit, but that don't mean you can't trust her about this.
I'm sorry, Apple Bloom, but if I'm going to win in tomorrow's trial, I need to be able to completely trust in my client.
Yeah.
So, don't worry. I'm still going to defend Sweetie Belle. It's just going to be a little bit harder, is all.
I can't thank you enough, Miss Sykes,
has to deal
for
with this
agreeing
crap.
to this, despite the circumstances.
You're welcome, Rarity.
Athena,
Yeah, boss?
can I have a word with you?
Sure, what's up? It's never a good sign when your boss wants to talk.
Alright.
Okay. It's about today's trial, and this case. I can see that you're trying to prove yourself in some way.
Yeah, I guess I am.
This whole doing everything by yourself attitude, I want you to drop it. Now.
Huh?
You haven't really been hiding it, Athena.
But
you took on a
isn't
case
that
with two
their
defendants at
job?
the same time and wanted to do it completely alone. And while I was content to support you, today has made me realize that your mind is in the wrong place.
What do you mean?
Like I said, wanting to do everything by yourself. It's causing more harm than good, and will continue to do so if you keep forcing yourself like this.
You mean like when I thought I had to accuse Sakura, don't you?
Yeah, you should have chosen Twilight on that one.
Yeah.
But how am I supposed to get any better? Both you and Apollo are amazing defense attorneys, and then there's me, limping behind.
Athena?
I don't think it's
I
supposed to be a
just want to be a
competition.
good attorney. One I can be proud of.
There
One
are a billion
you
other
can be proud
jobs,
of.
just saying.
One that can take on cases without having to rely on everyone's help like
Like
you.
some people just make
Athena,
YouTubes and
I don't
make money
know
off
what
that.
sort of image you have
For
of
some
me in
weird
your
reason.
head, but that couldn't be further from the truth.
Huh?
Sure, I may be able to stand at the bench by myself from time to time, but that doesn't mean I don't ever need help. No matter the trial, there is always an ally to be found somewhere. It might be a friend by my side, a prosecutor who wants to make the truth known, a witness willing to give an honest testimony, or a fair judge. So you see, I'm rarely, if ever, alone in the courtroom.
I don't know, Mr. Wright.
I've
It's
been in a
easy
few
for you
courts
to
and
say
they
that,
are usually pretty
but I
darn
feel
fast.
like if I don't at least try things by myself sometimes, I won't get anywhere.
Let me tell you something, Athena, about the one trial where I was truly alone, and how it turned out.
Wait, you don't mean...
Huh? I don't know.
I do. I'm talking about the trial that got me disbarred.
The what?
You
I never
were
played the
disbarred?
game, so...
I was.
I know you mentioned that you were disbarred, but you never actually gave the
Does
reason
that
for
mean
it.
he was like not allowed to
I
be
didn't wanna
an
pry.
attorney or something?
Thank you, Twilight. It's not a very pleasant memory.
What happened?
I was there by myself. No co-counsel. The prosecutor was a complete stranger, and one that didn't trust me either. The star witness cared more about their own affairs than giving a decent testimony. Of course, I didn't think much of it. I was arrogant, and I thought I could handle all of it. And in the end, I paid the price.
What was it that caused you to get disbarred?
I presented forged evidence.
What? No, that had to have been a mistake.
It was. Mr. Wright didn't know about it at all. He thought it was a legitimate piece of evidence.
Except I had no proof I didn't know. So they stripped me of my badge regardless.
Damn.
I had no idea about any of that. I mean, I knew you were disbarred. We met when you weren't a lawyer after all, but I can't believe it.
And then there was the time I met Apollo.
What? Me?
When you defended me, remember? And what I had to do in order to trap the one responsible for me losing my badge.
Mr. Wright, do we need to bring that up?
What are you talking about? Bring what up?
When he was my attorney, I gave Apollo evidence to use in his first trial, to force the killer to admit to the crime. Only this time, it was evidence I really did forge.
Wow.
Is that true, Mr. Wright?
Yes, sadly.
He just said.
you see my point, Athena? How one mistake made while trying to go it alone can lead you down a path you never imagined yourself going down? One you still regret to this day? Because the truth is, I'm worried that you'll make a similar mistake and ruin your life like I nearly did.
Like I said, there's a billion other jobs, just saying.
I understand. Thank you, boss. I'm sorry to have been so boneheaded.
It's okay, Athena.
I mean it, though. I can tell that you're being serious.
I'm a real whirlwind of emotions right now, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I've never seen or heard you like this before. So I promise that I'll take what you said to heart. For Mr. Right to reveal something like that, I can't go against what I've just said. So that's it. No more self-pity. No more stubbornness. No more.
Okay.
Sorry for making things a little awkward, everyone.
I'm always
Ain't
awkward.
nothing you gotta apologize for, Phoenix. Talking about something like that takes courage. It's mighty admirable.
It's getting quite late. I think I'd better be off for now.
Oh,
Really?
no.
Really?
Don't worry, Sonata. You can stay here.
Oh yeah, you got
That's
like
fine.
a billion
I have a
rooms.
room at the Hay and Stay Hotel.
Wow, you're a regular
I
at
didn't
that
even know
place.
they had hotels in that
Aren't
town.
you?
I mean,
When I'm not in
we
prison, at
technically,
least.
the fans never got to
I
see
do
the
enjoy
whole
it there,
town,
admittedly.
like what they had.
I reckon we're gonna head off too. If these two gals are gonna be at the trial tomorrow, they'll need some shut-eye. Ready, you two?
Sure thing, sis. Uh-huh. See you all tomorrow.
Of course,
night, you
Good
two.
Little won't have
Sleep
any
well.
parents to tuck her in. Their parents are always gone.
I'd like to stay for a little longer. If that's okay.
No worries,
Why do you feel like
Fluttershy.
Fluttershy is missing
What about
something
you,
here?
Pinky? No party, I'm afraid. We're a bit too tired for it.
That's A-okay. We can have fun in other ways. Just tell me how the
I
show
learned
went.
the
I
actor,
hope you're ready
actress who
for a
did
long
Pink voice
story, Pinky.
always has a sore throat because doing her voice is really hard.
Bedtime story.
Maybe tell her about something else, Trucy. Today wasn't my finest hour, Pinky. I made a pretty wild accusation towards someone and blamed them for something they clearly didn't do.
Oh, well, I know what that's like. It's no fun when that happens. But hey, you know better now, right? And you're sorry about it, so no pony's gonna hold it against you. Trust me.
You're right. Thanks, Pinky.
I'll be heading back to Carousel Boutique, darlings. I tried to clean it up as best as I can after today's incident, but
You're really
I
dragging
won't
this
be
through,
satisfied
aren't
until
you?
it's spotless.
Just relax for now, Rarity. You had a rough day.
Can we get to
I'll
sleep and
accompany
get to
you,
the
Miss
next day
Rarity.
now?
My hotel is on the way.
Okay.
Ever so
Skedaddle.
kind, Sonata. Thank you.
Honda.
Good night, every pony. I'll speak to you tomorrow at the trial.
I should probably get some sleep too. 2 trials back to back is pretty rough, and tomorrow probably won't be any easier.
Yeah, but all the secrets have been kept from you. That's not been fun. What's going on in the castle?
What? Where am I? Is this Twilight's castle?
Is she having a dream?
Hello? Is
Which
anybody
means
there?
Luna's gonna show up.
That's strange. Where is everyone? I could have sworn we all went to bed together.
Even hazier than
Oh,
my goggles.
Twilight, thank goodness. Do you know where everyone went?
How could you?
Huh? Twilight?
How could you not listen to me? I thought we were friends. Don't you trust me?
Twilight, what are you talking about?
Yep,
Of course
she's
I
German.
do.
You accused Sakura! You were trying to
I've
make
had
her
those type of
mistake her
dreams before.
because you
Well,
hit
actually,
her
most of my
too.
dreams are about the end of the world.
Apple
Planets
no!
erupting,
That's not true!
planet ripping
Think
apart.
that you would do something so
Being
stupid.
on alien worlds.
No magic trick or sleight of hand will save you from this
Captured by
mistake.
aliens, but you know,
Apollo!
normal stuff.
Trucy! Wait, let me explain. I was just...
To think I once believed you'd take us into a new age of law. I regret ever having met
There is
you,
no such thing
ever
as
having
lying
given
in
you a
order
chance. You're nothing but a screw-up.
No! Boss, please!
Screw-up. 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 Screw-up.
Oh man, this is awesome! Now you know how it feels. I want to ride again, I want to ride again!
No, I'm not! Stop it! Get away from me! Get out of my head! Get out of my head! Get out of my head!
Maddie. Hey, finally, Luna.
Princess Luna? What are you doing here in Twilight's castle? Shouldn't you be back in Canterlot?
I should, but I am not. And neither are you in Twilight's castle.
In the dream world.
Consider, Athena, what you just saw. The others have randomly disappeared, save for a select few of your friends, who began without warning to harass and taunt you.
Yeah, that was a little strange.
It was more than a little strange. It was completely out of character for them. Wouldn't you say?
Yep. Everybody has those type of dreams.
Yeah, wait. You're right! Boss has never been that mean before, but why was he...
There's an easy explanation for this, Athena. What you saw, what you heard, wasn't real. It was all in your mind. You were having a nightmare.
You would not want to be in my
You mean I'm dreaming?
That is correct.
But wait. Then what
I
are
always have
you doing
horrifying
here?
nightmares.
Are you part of my dream too? Sheesh. Dreaming about the prosecutor? That can't be a good sign.
No, Athena. You did not dream me into existence. I am in fact as real as you are.
Then, how are you here exactly?
It's a dream thing. Dreamscape or whatever. My eyes.
I am the Princess of the Night. Among the other powers afforded to me, it's my duty to watch over every pony's dreams.
What?
Wait! You literally go into people's dreams?
Yeah,
On a
but what
nightly
if you have with
basis,
someone's
yes.
dreams that they're doing
From this
something else?
dreamscape,
You know
I
what
can enter the
mean?
subconscious of anyone. Most of the time, it is to dispel the nightmares that sometimes plague this realm. Nightmares like the one you had, in fact.
Then, what you said in court, when you said you deal with psychological issues every night. This is what you meant?
Indeed it is.
Yep,
All
he's a counselor
ponies
of the
dream,
night.
and all have their share of nightmarish scenarios and make-believe manifestations of their inner doubts and anxieties. It is my duty to combat them so that the dreamers may dream in peace.
That's incredible.
Our
Luna
world
must be
confuses.
extremely powerful to be
For
able
sure,
to
everybody
banish
has
any and all
horrible
nightmares. Hang on. You say you can enter anyone's dreams. I've been here in Equestria for a few days, so why haven't I seen you until now?
I try my best to only intercede when the nightmares are of an incredibly tumultuous sort, Athena.
Okay,
It would be
that's
an
a big word.
immense invasion of privacy were I to step willy-nilly into some pony's subconscious whenever I felt like it. Though, that does not mean I am limited in what I can do and see while in the
Go
dream
into
state.
the
In fact,
accused pony's
it is
dreams.
here that I was able to determine I would be facing you
figure out
and
what's going on.
Twilight in the trial.
So we couldn't even keep that from you, could we?
I detect a note of bitterness in your voice, Athena. Is something the matter?
Yeah, you kept a lot of goddamn secrets from her.
No, of course not, Princess Luna. I was just... well... actually... yeah. There is something that's been bothering me.
Perhaps talking about it may help. That is the psychological thing to do, yes?
Alright.
Yeah, but it's a bit awkward.
And why's that?
Well, it's about you, Princess Luna. Not only did you know about Twilight and me being the defense, but you also actively kept us out of the loop when it came to your motives during the trial. More than that, you told Scootaloo and Turning Page to not tell us anything. It
Yeah,
wasn't
what's
until
that?
halfway through the trial that I realized that everything you were doing was in order to help them. You kept dropping hints, trying to guide me to a specific argument, while still keeping me on a leash and rebutting every argument I made. You definitely knew more than you let on. And what Equity said. I guess I just don't understand what you were doing. I can tell you're trying to help us, but how does keeping us in the dark accomplish that?
Yeah.
Or were we working towards the same goal? Were we both trying to save Scootaloo and Turning Page?
I had a feeling this conversation would happen sooner or later. And before you ask, no, it is not because I saw it in your dreams.
I actually wasn't thinking that.
I understand you're frustrated with me. My answer is a bit complicated, but I shall attempt to explain.
Alright.
My reason for withholding information from you and Twilight Sparkle had nothing to do with being the prosecutor. It had to do with me being unsure of both of you.
Unsure of both of us?
I am familiar enough with Twilight Sparkle to know she means well, but you, I must confess, are a complete stranger. I knew of your connection to Phoenix Wright, but as to your heart, I was unsure.
That would make sense. Like I said,
I
Twilight should have been
regrettably
doing the whole trial.
did not know if I could trust both of you, not only to work together, but to work with me as well. As such, I thought it pertinent to keep you at hoof's length. Even so, I also knew I had to rely on the two of you to free both Scootaloo and Turning Page. Thus, I attempted to act in such a way as to guide you to proving their innocence, without giving away that I was trying to do so.
Okay.
You mean, you knew they were innocent?
From the very beginning. And I believed if you followed my guidance, that would inevitably be proven.
But why all this secrecy? Why not just tell the judge that you knew they were innocent? Why keep being the prosecutor?
It is one of those situations where my hooves were tied before I had begun to unravel the mystery itself. You will recall, no doubt, what I said during the beginning of the trial about the original prosecutor being allocated elsewhere?
Yes?
Before they'd managed to build such a case against Turning and Scootaloo that I could not merely drop the charges held against them. It may have been deemed suspicious or represent a conflict of interest. The judge might have thought I held an unfair bias towards the defendants, and would have chosen to appoint another prosecutor, one who did not harbor my sympathies.
In which case, Turning and Scootaloo might have been found guilty in the end.
Quite right. My only available course of action was to take on the case as the lead prosecutor and hope that, despite the odds being stacked against you, you could find the truth. Even if I wasn't sure I could trust you, I wanted to believe that you could do that. I am glad to discover my anxieties were greatly misplaced. Still, I cannot take back what I have done. My decision not to trust you was my own, and it could very well have hurt your case. And it is with significant guilt that I say, were I facing Phoenix Wright in court instead, I doubt I would have treated him as I treated you.
Is it a solid
or that,
or a liquid?
I am truly sorry, Athena.
Being forced to continue the prosecution's case despite not initially wanting to, and regretting having to do what you thought was necessary when, in the end, it ended up hurting people. I can definitely relate to that. Huh. Who would have thought I'd relate to two princesses? Princess Luna?
Yes, Athena?
Something I've been told all throughout this case, and especially after today's trial, is that we have to move on from our mistakes at some point or another. We can't be bogged down by what we've done. We can only learn and hope to do better, or try to do better. And we can only hope we don't make the same mistake twice. I understand what you did and why you did it. I wish you didn't, but I get it. And I'm willing to set that aside. If it means, together, we can find the truth about what happened to Royal Order.
I believe Phoenix Wright would be proud to hear you say that, Athena. And I would very much...
Is he sleeping? Well, that's okay. I guess we get any chocolate!
...like to work with you, too, in order to discover the truth. Though I understand if you still have reservations about trusting me.
Actually, there may be a way to address those reservations.
Really?
I don't really know if you can give me any answers about this, but... recently we learned something interesting about Royal Order. During the trial, both you and Private Eye said that While he was an excellent member of the Royal Guard, there was nothing all that significant about his position or status. But that wasn't the whole truth, was it? We found out that he was meant to be the next captain of the Royal Guard.
Yeah.
That seems highly indicative of not only his abilities, but his reputation in the ranks. But you and Private Eye saw fit to hide that information from not just us, but the general public as well. Why?
I'm afraid I cannot disclose that information. It is not out of mistrust for you, however. It is of a nature far more sensitive than I am at liberty to say.
Okay. I see. To be honest, I suspected that. This seems like too huge of a detail to just sweep under the rug over a matter of trust.
His reputation.
But what could be her reason?
However, if you really are interested in knowing, then I suggest you and the rest of your team stay in Equestria once this case is over.
Stay? Even longer? Not that I would mind, but
don't they have bills to pay?
And the agency.
Money to make to pay those
that
bills,
being
just
said,
saying.
How did you know he was supposed to be the next captain?
Oh, some pony told us about it. The lawkeeper?
Lawkeeper Equity.
Yeah? I guess you know of her since she's part of the High Council.
We've met a few times. Was there anything else she told you?
Well,
yeah, she doesn't like
She talked about her lack of trust in others, and how trust is naive. And that made me think about what's going on now with regards to Sweetie Belle. I'm not sure if I can fully trust her. All throughout this case, Sweetie's been hiding something, and even though she accepted my help, it's like she isn't sure she wants the truth to be known. And if that's the case, then how can I put my trust in her if she won't put her trust in me?
Yeah.
I think what Lawkeeper Equity said is really getting to me.
To have a belief that extreme, to think trusting others is a mark of naivete, it must have come out of some profound personal injury or sense of injustice. I suppose I can sympathize. I myself was once overcome by a bitterness so encompassing, it transformed me.
Nightmare Moon.
But still, I believe you must, if nothing else, trust that in the end, the truth will be found. Never mind what the Lawkeeper has said.
I know, but it's hard sometimes. Like stumbling around in the dark hoping you'll find a light switch. Except you don't know if the room you're in even has one.
Trust is a leap of faith, Athena. That's all it ever is. Nevertheless,
I
can say with certainty that Sweetie Belle is not the culprit.
So,
yeah. That's what I want to believe too. But then, who else could it be?
It is likely the other ponies involved. Either Fair Devotion, or Sugar Stamp, or perhaps even both.
Yeah, it makes sense. Both would have more reason to kill Royal Order than Sweetie Belle. And yet, something about that seems off to me. I feel like I'm missing some vital clue.
Unfortunately, Athena, I believe it is time that I depart. The dreamscape is vast, and I must continue my duties in protecting it.
Right.
Alright.
I won't keep you any longer. Thank you, Princess Luna.
No, Athena. Thank you for showing me I can trust you to find the truth in any way you can.
Alright. My eyes. You with goggles on, that hurt.
Find the truth, huh? In any way I can.
How many beds does Twilight have in her freaking castle? Okay, so I got a little bit more. Guess she's gonna go talk to her, eh? Yep. Okay, she's gonna go talk to her. So I reckon to Case 2, Episode 6 for now. Can't hear, so here you go. near the end, it got super boring, but cool stuff for you. Sorry, I don't emote. Well, I don't emote much, so I do my clips. So, yeah, hope you guys like that reaction. Probably it's just hard to react to court stuff. I've never found like that. Things entertaining. But like I said, I'll be doing a reaction to a different video, so hopefully that'll make me into it. Man, it takes a lot to make me into it. That's why I like watching like adult cartoons and stuff like that, like Hazbin Hotel, Hell of a Boss. Those are kidding. I even watched that new God of War Ragnarok. That was actually really good. I highly recommend watching the YouTubes of it. It's quite entertaining and super duper long. What I've seen of it is just mainly just fetch quests. I'm glad they took out the nudity and stuff. It was like, okay, we get it, it's adult, like, come on, people want to see action, not geeky stuff. Well, I mean, some perverts do that, but so, anyway, yeah, it's like, right? Nice day.